Welcome to your preview for West Ham United versus Nottingham Forest. In this fatal four-way, it's got three people for now.
Oh, what an intro there. What's a lovely intro there, eh?
Well, only the best for our beloved Jace, mate. And I've been looking forward to this all week. It will be a fatal four-way. Dan's stuck in traffic. He will be here in just a minute, hopefully. But Jace, how are you, mate?
Am I on mute or anything?
Jace, what were you saying?
Not yet.
I really want to know what you were saying, man, because you were so passionate in that muteness, man. What were you saying?
You know what? You can put your own words to it now. Now it's muted, you know.
I was going to say, I'm a lip reading who's saying, Forest, they're the greatest. I know West Ham are good, but we're nowhere near Forest.
Yeah, I was saying that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, of course you are. But let's get started. Guys in the chat, hope you're all well. I know you've all been looking forward to this one. And this is going to get ugly, no doubt. So, Jace. West Ham been shit these last few games, bro.
Yeah, you know what? Listen, right. We've been shit because Moyes has got it wrong. The team is there. The players are here, right? We've got everything going for us. It was just Moyes getting it wrong, right? Now we're facing you guys. Listen, we got this is kind of good for us because we got Olympiacos, your little sister club.
What happened last week?
That would give us a bit of oomph, bit of readiness for you guys on Sunday. So slow pace was we'll beat Olympiacos.
Jace, your logic is so stupid. It's so stupid because you beat Arsenal last week. You lost to Olympiacos the week before that, and you still went and lost in the Premier League. So your logic is flawed, man.
No, listen to me. Listen, it's all going to be good for us. Don't you worry about that. We're going to play your little sister club, beat them. Then we come to you guys, right? I'm not going to lie, right? You know me. I don't lie. I don't have a clue about your team, all right? I'm not going to fucking lie here, all right? I didn't do any research today.
Fatal flaw.
So you guys will have to tell me about your team, and then I will give you my verdict on some of the players.
And will that change how you feel?
I don't know many of the Forest players here and there, so you're gonna have to educate me today. All right.
Well, who do you know, Jace? Who do you know?
Who you got on your team? Tell me the names, and I'll tell you yes or no.
Elanga.
Yeah, Elanga. Right, go on. Tick.
Taiwo.
Right.
Taiwo. Yeah, he's what's that? He's what is he? Forward? Is he?
Yes.
It's a bunch of nobodies, isn't it? Really? That's all I'm saying.
Sangare.
I don't know. It's a bunch of nobodies basically we've got on this team. So you tell me about your team.
You're just relying
on them, right?
Bro, you're just relying on Bowen and Ward-Prowse taking a corner. That's your team.
No. They've got Kudos is good as well. Kudos is good.
They don't even start him. They don't start him.
Let me tell you something, guys. Right. I'll tell you your back line, mate. We've got Soufal. Soufal's been whipping them in, those crosses, right? He's been good for us, right?
Yeah, but he can't defend, Jace. He can't defend, and we've got Elanga against him. Elanga is
he's not. Can't defend him in that. We just had a few mishaps. That's all. A few mishaps. I'm telling you now. This Sunday, we're going to beat you. We're at home as well. It's basically 3 points for us. To be honest, I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's 3 points for us. That's all you need to know. Really.
Yeah, but it ain't going to happen, is it? Because our defence is indestructible. Did you see how we handled Villa, one of the current most scoring teams that are out there? We handled them no problem.
I watched the game, and that, to be honest, you was lucky, really. When I looked at it, you was.
Do you know? Lucky. Do you actually know how many of those offsides were not actually offside, but they called them so quickly, and on the TV when they showed them afterwards, they weren't offside. We could have had 6 that day.
I saw the game. I watched it. I did a little bit of looking at it, but I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything that came out of that. I didn't see any star players out of it. You all look mid, really. Villa's tired, really. They were tired, weren't they?
Well, you're going to be tired, aren't you, mate?
Listen, we've got a strong squad.
Are you at home or away against Olympiacos, Jace?
We're home again. So
you're at home.
games,
the same place that lost 1-0. The same place that lost 1-0 to Everton.
Same place.
You do know that Mr. Marinakis has put out a reward for any player that breaks the ankle of a West Ham player from Olympiacos, don't you?
So
they're not going to be holding back.
Is that your standard of football? Is that what your club does? Hey?
We can't help it, mate.
Boys.
It's not Premier League team, that is.
How many did you lose to Olympiacos by the way? What was the score against Olympiacos?
What was the score against Olympiacos? Did you say? I don't know. Yeah. It was like, what is that? 1-0 or something? 2-1? Was it?
Check.
It wasn't big, was it? It wasn't a big thing, wasn't it?
2-1, sweetheart.
You don't even know what Europa League is, anyway. By the way, you lot. You don't know what Europa League.
Yeah, we just win. We just win. The European Champions League. That's what we win, mate.
Listen. Can we all agree on something here today, right? We cannot talk about previous cups from the past.
All right. No talking about last year then. No talking about last year. No talking about Championship of Europe. We know what we are. None of that.
Well, listen. We're the current European champions. Right.
Wait, stop. Are you claiming
European champions? That's all I'm saying.
Jace, are you stupid enough to claim you're European champions?
We are European champions.
Haven't you heard them sing it to the ground?
It's engraved into our club. It's engraved everywhere. It's European champions.
Jace, who's the champions of England?
Champions of England? Well, it's Man City, isn't it? I think.
Man City. What about Plymouth? The Plymouth champions of England?
Plymouth are champions of England as well. Yes, they are indeed.
You just said Man City were champions of England.
It all counts. Everything counts, right?
So Plymouth are champions of England.
Johnson Paint Trophy would be the Johnson Paint Trophy champions, aren't we? Really? So
Wait. So seriously, you think Plymouth are champions of England?
I don't know. What has Plymouth won? What Plymouth won? Have they won the league or something? I don't know.
They won League One last year.
Yeah, they're Europe. Yeah. They're not Europe. They are the current champions, aren't they, of England in League One? So yeah, they are technically.
Do you realize how stupid you sound, man? Seriously,
it all counts, my friend. It all counts.
Jace, you know how much I've admired that win. It's a fantastic achievement. If we could win that, I'd be over the fucking moon, mate. But Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that. It's a little bit cheeky.
Are you actually singing that? Are you actually seriously singing that?
Oh, they sing it over and over again. They sing it.
I'm singing it all the time. We are champions of Europe. Yeah.
You're an embarrassment.
Until that status is gone, unless we win the Europa League, we are currently European champions. You don't win. Be
honest, Jace. Jace, be absolutely honest here. If the situations were reversed, would you not be saying what we're saying? If we'd have won the Conference League, would you not be saying the same thing?
Listen, I'd be really happy if you do win it. To be honest, it's something that you need to.
You guys won it.
It'd be lovely for Nottingham Forest to win something. It's been a while now, hasn't it? How long has it been? It's been about
18 months.
A while.
18 months,
time, hasn't it?
No, 18 months. Yeah. 18 months.
Yeah.
Well, did you come second or something in?
We won the playoffs final. I mean, that's in your trophy.
There you go. You are playoffs champions.
No, I'm just going by your logic. I'm going by your logic.
You should do though. You should be though. Really, you should.
Wolfie, it's convincing me. It's convincing me. I think we should be champions of England. I like it.
Honestly, I've never heard such delusions. Seriously.
So tell me, guys, about Nottingham Forest. How are you going to beat us? Explain to me, both of you.
Go on, man.
I want to start with Ant first because I know he's going to go off.
Okay.
Right,
okay. Very briefly. We've now got the Greek international goalkeeper who has played for Benfica for 5 years, made a hell of a lot of appearances, appeared in Europe numerous times. So he's a promising goalkeeper. He's only had one game, but he's looking good. Our back line, mate, you are not getting it. Ola Aina, I know you've probably never heard of him, neither have we. Got him from Torino on a free transfer. He's been transformational in our team. He's the one that scored the first goal from a right back, yeah? The quality, the control he had. But not only that, he goes down the wing, he defends. is a really good player, right? So just bear in mind, Ola Aina.
All right.
Then we've got Niakate and we've got Murillo. I don't know if you've heard of Murillo. He's going to play for Real Madrid. Okay? He's going to play for Real Madrid.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Is he really that
He's
good?
fucking phenomenal, mate. He is a phenomenon. I'm not the only person saying this, by the way. A lot of other people, commentators and what have you, have said the same.
It sounds like more
Niakate
than
is
Forest fans saying this.
absolutely... Niakate is an absolute block at centre-back. They can both bring the ball out. Then you've got Toffolo on the left. Okay, Toffolo's a good Premier League player. He's a good player. In fact, I think he was possibly man of the match against Villa. Our midfield is fucking hell. We've got Sangare, verging on world-class CDM. We've got Dominguez, Argentinian, who's like, he's come from Bologna, and his nickname was King of the Press. He's crazy, and he's hard. And then we've got Mangala, who controls in midfield, brilliant against the press, absolutely superb player, been one of our better players. Now, where we do struggle, this is where we do struggle, is up front. At the moment, we've got Ilanga, Taiwo, who, again, Taiwo is transformational for us. And then we've got MG Dub kind of playing on the right, not really his best position, but still a decent player. So if I would say, for me personally, and people, feel free to disagree, our attack is a slightly weak part. But apart from that, we've got some good players, some really good
You're
players.
not going to score against us, though. Like you just said, you've got a weak.
No, because Taiwo's back now. Taiwo's back. You lot will be scared of Taiwo.
Listen, have you seen Areola recently? He's been saving left, right, and centre as well.
Are you still playing the cat swinger at the back, Jace? What's Zuma up to these days?
He's got a slight knock, so Mavropanos might be playing.
Yeah, Mavropanos.
He was coming to Forest, the Arsenal rejects. Yeah.
So listen, he's a good player though. He's a really good player. All right, he couldn't help the own goal the other day, and that he couldn't help.
He's decent. Mavropanos is decent.
He's a decent player. Aguerd, all right. Aguerd may be the player that does make some mistakes here and there, but he's not been doing. He's been quite solid recently. Recently, he's been quite solid. So I think it's going to be a tight game between Forest. Don't get me wrong, but I just see us with Kudos the way he's playing at the moment, and that man is a star man. That man is going to be something in the future, and it'd be lovely to see him. He needs a team like you to play against. So, and he's going to whip you up, man. He's going to whip you up.
We're solid. We're so solid at the back now.
It's not going to. I'm telling you now, that boy. He can get through any backline. I'm telling you now, he is pure class.
Yeah, Kudos. I'll tell you what, Jay, seriously, you've done really well to get Kudos because there are a lot of top clubs. I mean, I'm sure Arsenal, for example, would love him. He'd be better than what they've got at the moment. You know what I mean? Why they didn't go in for him, I don't know. But Kudos is a real catch, I think.
He's a fantastic player, and right.
Yeah, but why did he only start last game,
What I didn't understand was why Moyes wasn't playing him. That's what.
Why?
I didn't get why Moyes had something up his arse or something like he just didn't want to play him. He put him on like in the last 70 minutes for it just didn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense when you've got a star player like that. I'm
definitely getting Steve Cooper vibes here.
It's just certain. This is the problem about a Moyes type manager, right? And I don't want to be banging on about Moyes too much, but I think I will be. He's the sort of player that he's loyal to players that he trusts, isn't it? And when you have a certain player like Kudos, like Ant is saying there, right? You've just got to throw the dart basically or whatever. You just got to do it, haven't you? You've got to give him a chance. And if you don't give him the chance, sometimes they'll be just rotting on the bench basically, and then they want to leave. We've done it countless times with our strikers, to be honest. We've done it with, what's his name? We've done it with Scamacca. We've done it with, I can't remember his name now, the guy that went to Dortmund.
That was a weird one, Scamacca.
Sebastian Haller as well. Those type of players as well, right? They've got quality. They have got quality, right? But they just need the chance and they need the opportunity. Mobama as well, a young striker for us, right? He's a kid that's rising in the ranks with us at West Ham. And we're playing a 34-year-old Antonio that can barely stay up front, be honest. It doesn't make.
Why don't you
If
play him?
Antonio
it blows
plays,
my mind.
sorry.
Put Ings
If
in there.
Antonio plays against us, he ain't getting into touch, mate. Our two centre backs are hard.
I don't know. I can't see. I can see. Listen, right. When you've got Bowen, you got and Kudos as well playing together. They're forming something really well. So you tell me, guys. You tell me.
Team's crap, Jace. The rest of your team's crap. Like
How is
Souček,
the rest of
were
our team
moaning
crap?
about him. You were moaning about Souček last year. What is he your boy now this year? He's still getting games, right?
We were moaning.
Listen, right? He's proving doubters wrong sometimes. All right. Sometimes some games he can't kick a ball to save his life, but he's proving doubters wrong. He's proving it wrong. He's getting the goals in. The one person I don't think will do well for us is Antonio. Antonio is done now. He's
That's what I'm saying,
player.
mate. That's what I'm saying.
He's a sub player.
Who should you put in? Should you put Danny Ings in?
Danny Ings in?
Yeah, you like a bit of Ings, don't you?
I've got a problem with Ings. Yeah, I don't think
he's not scored for 12 years.
Yeah, exactly. He's just
but Nurad Mope, but he scored against you lot, which kind of says everything.
Oh, please, will you just stop? Yeah, will you just stop?
So
you need Taiwo in your
side.
I told you that our problem is our people. The only problem we have is Antonio and Ings, right? We've got to get rid of them. Get rid of them. Put them on the bench.
That is not your only problem. You're deluded if you think that's your only problem.
We're all right. I'm telling you now. Listen, Dan.
Yeah.
Let's bring in
Dan.
my boss. My boss is
here.
Evening.
Evening, mate.
Here, right,
how are you? How was the traffic, mate?
They think they're going to beat us.
Where it was trains, mate. Nightmare. They think what?
They think they're going to beat us, mate. They think they're going to beat
us. Well, obviously, they think that they've just won at home. The thing is, I think they forget that this is an away game. Forest only do home games. They don't do away games. This is at the London Stadium. It's not at City Ground. So
we beat Chelsea away. We beat Chelsea away.
Oh wow! Oh, Chelsea! Everyone beat Chelsea.
Hey, Dan, I tried it. Right, I tried it.
Chelsea. Of all the teams, that's like saying we beat Sheffield United away these days. Honestly,
listen, they just slammed Tottenham 4-1, mate.
That's true.
Oh
that's
yeah,
true.
yeah. Tottenham, after Tottenham went down to 9 men, it decided, you know what, we're going to just keep attacking. We're going to play a high line.
We're going to stay on the halfway line.
But Dan, you lost to Everton at home.
We did.
Yeah, okay.
Everton were dirty. They were dirty. They were.
Yeah.
What's Daesh got to do with it? That's more embarrassing, mate.
No, do you know what it is? It's the style of play. And it's the Moyes. It's like the powers of evil combining and coming together and cancel each other out. One will ultimately win with their underhanded tricks and tactics. And we could not score. They had the one chance and that decided it. That was a difference maker. So, you just got to take those ones. But listen, Forest, at the end of the day, you don't have a great away record. That's the thing that's going to go against you. But Danny Ings would be a great signing for Forest. I agree. I think you should sign him.
Who, Ings? He wouldn't get into our team. He would get into our team. He's better than Antonio. He's better than Antonio.
Antonio, bring him back.
Antonio has 2 goals this season. But Ings has 2 goals since he joined West Ham. That's the difference.
So Mope has scored more goals in front of West Ham fans than Danny Ings. Is that what you're saying?
No, that tells you everything you need to know, doesn't it, about Danny Ings? There you go. And Mope hasn't scored in 14 months since he scored against West Ham last time.
What happened to Danny Ings? Because he was a really good striker.
He had a hair transplant, didn't he?
Or has he just gone over the hill?
He had a hair transplant then.
Yeah, he has. That's all he's had.
I've just got to bring people an update on the Copenhagen match. Man U were 2-0 up, and then Man U remembered who they were. So they're now 2-1, and Rashford's been sent off.
No, it's 2-2, mate. It's 2-2.
Oh, sorry, it's now 2-0.
I think we'll all agree on Man U. That's funny.
Yeah, good. We want to see them in the mud.
But Dan, we haven't spoken for a while, mate. So I just want to start, mate. Look, banter aside, I just want to congratulate you on your IKEA winning trophy.
Yeah, we knew this was coming.
It's been a while. It's a beautiful looking trophy. I've actually ordered one myself to go in. But that's fantastic, man. It's so nice to see IKEA are recognizing what you guys have done. So that's fantastic.
Listen, Forest, you're a Forest fan. You can't afford to shop at IKEA, mate. You need to go and look at the old back of the skips or something if you want to find a lamp like
Mate,
that.
we got an IKEA in Nottingham, bro. I don't know what you're talking
weird.
about.
That's kind of weird since we keep being accused of spending too much. Make your mind up, you lot.
But what's it bringing you? It's not even bringing you IKEA, is it? You're spending it and you're barely surviving. That's what it's bringing you.
Dan, we're gonna finish above you this year, mate. So don't you worry.
Oh yeah, that will be your IKEA lamp, wouldn't it? There will be your trophy. You stick that there in the cabinet, wouldn't it? Oh,
how much did you
I'm
lot
not
spend?
proud, mate.
How much did you lot spend? And you're going to talk about what we've spent. You spent.
Listen, I didn't bring it up and brought it up and brought up spend.
I didn't bring it up.
Yeah, you did. You said we spent a lot. We've spent a lot.
Yeah, no. What I said was we get accused of spending a lot. You've just said that we're a little tin pot club that can't afford to compete at this level. And I said, well, how come we keep getting accused of spending too much then? That was the context.
Yeah, but the point is, and my point is if you're talking down on our trophy from a Nottingham Forest fan perspective, that does not. Well, we're talking about Wolfie, big Wolfie over there, right? I'm sorry, you've got to answer for his sins, Ant. You've got to answer for his sins.
No, you don't know how hard it is, mate. I get threatened in the pub every Thursday night because of him.
Oh, God.
Wait. You think I give more chest than you, Lawless, man? Come on. Stop being so deluded, mate. You think you're in a European race?
Well, we're in Europe. We're in
Europe.
No.
If you I said a European race. I'm talking about the Premier League now. Where do you think West Ham are going to finish?
A European race doesn't necessarily mean the Premier League. Again, we was in a European race last season. We was in a relegation battle, but we won in Europe. So what did we get? We got Europe. That's the point. So we've got 2 options. No, well, that's not even counting the cup. We've got 4 options of getting back into Europe: the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, or the league. I'm not going to say winning the league or top 4. That's probably a step too far. But
yeah, a little bit, mate. A little bit, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can you get Europe from the Premier League, Dan? Can you get Europe from the Premier League this year?
7th. Look, I think we can, but these next 3 games.
We're in Europe, then. Wolfie, we're in Europe.
Well, listen, let's talk. This game is key. It starts on Sunday. Win this game and the next 2 games, then we're back in the conversation. 9 points is huge. If we lose this game, we're done and dusted. It's done.
I was saying that, we got their sister club on Thursday.
Who you lost to already,
isn't it, for us? That is.
Oh, they paid the shit out of you.
So your sister club are going to be basically like you, and we're good at home, we're good at our home ground, but we're shit on the road, and they're going to get slapped up.
If you lose tomorrow,
Lawless, you're talking about last season. This is a fatal flaw that people have. It's like the team that we will play tomorrow has probably got 2 players in, if that played you last season. We're a different proposition this year. So what happened last year?
We beat them as well last year, Anne. Why are you forgetting that? Yeah, we beat them.
And what was the score when you come to our ground? What was the score when you come to our ground?
It didn't matter because we kept Moyes in for you. We kept Moyes in for you, and you should be thanking us right now, Dan, because we were able to change you from Moyes out to Moyes in. So you should be thanking us, because if he'd lost that game, he would have been out, and you would have been really sad.
By the way, you've won 2 games in 2 months. That's horrendous. And you lost to Burnley,
bro. Don't change the subject. Are you going to thank us for saving Moyes' jobs?
I don't think you. No, he was. Listen, you could have won that game, and they was always going to give him the Conference League. They was going to give him the
gone. You know he was gone.
No, they was going to give him the Conference League. I think unless that put us in like we was. No, I think they was going to bank on him, because by that point they decided, look, if he's going to take us down, he's going to take us down. It was too late at that point to change managers, like really and truly. But yeah, I mean, looking at you lot, like I said, your form's not great, so don't worry about us.
How many points have you had in the last 3?
What's your last 3 Premier League results? What's your last 3 Premier League results?
But I'm talking about the last 3 months. I'm talking about the last 3 months.
I'm talking about the last 3 weeks.
Exactly.
3 games in our current form is bad on 3 week games. You've won 3 games in 3 months.
Yeah,
You've won 3 games in the season.
Lawless. We've played Man City away. We've played Liverpool away. We've played Arsenal away. We've played Chelsea away, which we won. But you know what I mean? We haven't exactly had
those
the
teams
easiest of
as well.
starts.
We've won. We've played some of those
why
teams.
we're both.
Yeah,
There's a
you
point
played
between us.
Brentford.
There's a point
We lost to
between
Man
us.
United, who are crap, right? You've drew
Yeah.
with Burnley.
Yeah.
Burnley, who
Yeah. Have you played
everyone
Burnley yet?
Embarrassing.
Have you played Burnley yet?
we got them after you.
Well,
We've
let's
got
see
them
then. Let's see how you get on.
and we will see.
Chest
Yeah?
that. Yeah.
You drew to Luton. Luton.
That was bad.
Luton
That was a bad game.
Town.
Yeah, that was shit.
Oh, yeah.
That was shit.
That
There's
was
no
bad.
arguments there. 2-0 up.
But
Yeah.
we were cruising at 2-0. Then our manager literally he took out 2 central defenders, 2 midfielders,
Ripped the
replaced
spine.
them, ripped the spine out the side, and they got 2 goals back. Trust me, we've been fucking furious about it. All right, that was bad management. Simple as bad management.
But can you honestly believe you will beat us?
Yes.
Yeah.
You haven't
really
won
think?
since September. You haven't won since September, boys. I don't know what
But at
chest
least
you're putting
we've
out
got-
here.
But we've got wins because we're in actual cup competitions, unlike you. So we've at least got wins in Europe.
Won
and
in
in
the league since
Carabao.
September. Since September. We're now in November.
Yeah,
Now,
okay,
then
we
we
had
won.
an international break between them.
New month, new me. You know what I mean? That's what the
All right,
saying
let
is.
me ask you 2 guys this then, right? And be honest, because we're friends, you know, ignore the view in public, we're friends. Do you both find it inconceivable that Forest could get a win down at your place on Sunday?
I don't
Do you
find
find
it
that ridiculous?
inconceivable. No, I don't find it inconceivable. I just think it's ridiculous that how overconfident you both are.
No,
I
we're not
don't find it-
overconfident. We're just confident.
Well, you are. If you're saying that we're going to beat you, that's overconfident.
No, that's
Because-
confident.
We ain't got to that. We ain't got to that yet. Don't start putting
We
shit
have
in our
every
mouth.
right to feel confident. We've just beaten Villa 2-0, who were a good
Oh,
side.
come on. Come on.
Mate, you got smashed by
You
Villa
lost at home
4-1.
to Everton. Oh, come on. You lost at home to Everton.
Again, home and away, yeah? Home and away. Home
This
and
ain't
away.
freaking Australia, mate. This ain't an Aussie show, right? This is the Premier League,
Yeah.
in which you
That's
haven't won
what you
since
are. That's
September.
what you are. You're
Mate,
home
you
and
should
away.
be
And
talking
we're
about
neighbours.
neighbours more so, man. You're better off with neighbours than home and away.
We are neighbours. You're home and away because you can't win away from home. Your away record is terrible. So you just got to
it
accept
wa-
that.
it was
terrible
even
last
sweeter.
season. It was terrible last season. This season
Now-
is not bad. Even though
I
we've
want you
suffered
to
losses,
correct
we've lost
yourself.
to the top side.
I'll accept this. So scrap what you said about we're going to win, we're going to beat you. Take that away and change it to I believe we have a chance of getting something against you on Sunday. Say that and I'll accept it.
That's a dumb statement, bro.
Are
Because
you going to
any
say
outcome
the
is
same?
possible.
Are you going to say the same?
No, I listen again. I believe you have a chance of getting something. That's where it comes. Of course, I believe you. We're not in great form. There is every chance that you'll get some, but we are undoubtedly the favourites. We have better football players than Nottingham
You are the
Forest.
favourites.
No, you
are the
don't.
favourites. You're at home. You're the
Wait,
favourites. You're at
if
home.
we done a combined 11, I don't know who
You'd have
gets
2
it.
players. You'd have 2 players. Bowen
Kudos.
and Ward Prowse.
Bowen.
I actually
Maybe
admit it,
kudos.
guys. I did admit
Maybe kudos.
I didn't have a clue he was on Forest's team. To be honest.
Hey, there you go. There's
Mate,
the
you don't even know how
who.
to get
Yeah,
back
but
home,
I
bro,
mean,
and
you're
you're going to give
fucking
me
Londoners.
football
You're
knowledge.
fucking Londoners. You don't even know where Nottingham is, mate. You're that insular. You don't even know anything
Exactly.
exists outside London. So I'm not
Jace
surprised
literally
that our
asked
players
us.
are.
Listen. If Dan's been to Nottingham, he went on a stag do there.
I've been on a
Rest is
stag.
Great
do.
night.
Rest is history.
night,
isn't it, Dan?
guaranteed.
How good was it?
Newcastle was better. I'll be honest.
There you go. There
Hey,
you go.
Much better
Jace,
stag
you
do.
can't say shit because before you came on, you said, by the way, boys, do you live in Nottingham Forest? I mean, you don't
I don't
even know
know.
what the girl's called, man.
I don't know. I don't believe it. I don't know.
There is a
anything
world
about
above the
this team.
M25, man. And outside of that East London
Don't need to
shithole,
go
man.
anywhere.
To be
Don't need
fair,
to go anywhere.
Wolfie, it's always easy to find the East End of London, isn't it? You just follow the smell. It's not difficult.
You haven't even been to East London, but
I lived in New Cross, mate, so don't talk to me about that shit. I know what shithole East London is.
But
Hey,
no,
come on,
like,
now, we're getting off football now. We're getting off
no,
football.
but
It's getting
anyone to
personal.
say that you would get that many, like we would get to again, Paqueta, Bowen,
Good player.
Kudus,
Sorry, I forgot.
Alvarez,
Paqueta.
Zuma,
Yeah.
Areola.
Cat Swinger. Yeah.
Zuma might be injured.
Prowse.
Yeah, but Dan, you're just saying names. I can do the same with my team.
Exactly.
You'll say who?
But you know what? And you know what you said earlier on. You said the last season you've only got 3 players left in that squad that faced us. Right. This is a whole new squad again. It's just the same. You're throwing your money again, aren't you? You're throwing money on a bunch of new players.
We bought quality, and now the team is starting to gel. We stayed up last season, which was our aim. Our aim last season was to stay up. Somehow we did it by beating Arsenal.
A bit like their aim as well last year,
yeah. This season we intend to progress. Therefore, we bought a different type of player, a better quality kind of player. And I know that you don't know some of these names. I'll be frank with you. I don't watch a lot of foreign football. I didn't know a lot of these names. But from the players we brought in, I've been really, really impressed. In fact, I've been amazed. The like of Murillo. Murillo? Right. King Trinity.
He's freezing
but
up.
I tell you, he will play for Real Madrid. He will play for Real Madrid. He is, honestly, wait till you see him. He's built like British.
And
yet,
stop talking.
He's got the toes of Diego Maradona.
Nottingham Forest internet's not working. No?
And you're freezing. You're freezing. So, yeah, no, I'll give you boys Bowen and Ward-Prowse and maybe Kudos. I mean, Moyes himself doesn't seem to like Kudos because he never starts him.
Are you crazy?
If Moyes ain't gonna start him, mate, what's it to me?
Oh, so Moyes is the barometer of all talent. By the way,
You're Moyes in, so you tell me.
Listen, I'm Moyes exists. I'm not Moyes in or out. I'm Moyes exists. Right.
It's a fact of life.
Our team across the pitch, right? There's probably, I'd say maybe up front, I would definitely give Forest for sure.
There you go. Taiwo.
Maybe a defender.
2.
We could potentially have a conversation on fullbacks.
There's no combo to be had.
Left wing, maybe.
That's half the team already.
I've given you like 3-4 positions.
You literally already given us half the team, right? We get both centre backs. We'll get the right back.
We didn't do maths in school. He thinks that 4 is half of 11.
How we got to 4? How we got to 4? You're giving us the striker, yeah?
Yeah.
You gave us the left winger. You gave us the 2 centre backs, and you gave
No. I said maybe a defender, maybe a centre back.
Who are you going to put in there? Who are you going to put in there? A cat swinger or an Arsenal reject? Zuma's injured. Zuma's injured.
The problem is, Dan.
Sorry,
I'm being serious here. Dan, the problem is, and this is no disrespect to you because I was the same, right? You don't know our players.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, you don't know. Do you know Musa?
Let me see who you've actually got. But can you blame anyone, by the way, for not really knowing the Forest players?
No, I don't blame.
You've made. You've signed like 50 in the past 2 seasons. It's crazy. Who's keeping up with that?
Mate, you signed a striker last season and then you get rid of him halfway through in Skamaka or whatever his name was. Skamaka.
Okay. That's
so what are you talking about? No one got to see him play. And then you bring in Danny Ings. You bring in Danny Ings, who, you know, the most distance he traveled was to go to Turkey to get a hair transplant. I mean, what are you talking about?
How can you compare 2 players to the 50 that you've signed? Like, you literally a running joke when it comes to how many players that you snap up. So
was it that funny when we beat you 1-0 last year? Was it that funny when we beat you 1-0 last year?
Was it that funny when we beat you, like, what was it, 4-0, 5-0?
4-0, yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny because Mo stayed in.
Dan, you're not a stupid man. You know that when we got promoted, we literally had 6 professionals available.
Listen, I'm not digging at you over it. I'm saying that's why I'm saying one of the reasons that you can't blame people for not being as switched on with who's playing in your team, because I look at these players and, like you said, most of them weren't even there last season. That's the problem.
Yeah. No, I don't blame. And if I was a West Ham fan, I'd be confident because, like you say, I'd say, well, who's he? But we've seen these players, and I think we've struck gold in a lot of places. I mean, you've probably never heard of Nico Dominguez, have you? It's an Argentinian. King of the press. He's a fantastic player. Now, the fact that he played abroad and we'd never heard of him doesn't mean he's no good, because he is very, very good. You know,
do you know
Murillo? You know,
do you not know Montiel? Do you not know Montiel?
Are we going to go through all of your lineup, by the way, and go, do you know him? Do you know?
Let's move on to the game, right? Let's move on to the game, right? Freaking chess boys here. All right. So how do you see it going, Jace? What do you see happening in this game?
Listen, I see the game as, I think if Moyes doesn't play Antonio and puts Bowen up front, Kudos on the right, I'm telling you now, Kudos will score. Kudos will score. It will be 2-0 to West Ham.
And if he plays Antonio, because he has been.
Plays Antonio, then 1-1.
Listen,
My God, man, you turned your face there. What happened there?
Because we make a change up front, and then we go from clean sheet to no clean sheet.
Yeah, with Antonio, Antonio is basically a Nottingham Forest player pretty much when he's on the pitch now. To be honest, he's
he's still red, baby.
I'm really upset with him. To be honest, I'm really upset with Antonio recently, and he's letting the team down.
No, like the thing is, I don't think that's going to be the difference. Look, I don't think we're keeping a clean sheet because clearly that's not something we do here, despite having a defensive manager. But it's clearly one of those games that Moyes will win, and it will just take just enough pressure off, and it will be one of them stop-start. Because if we lose this game,
saving his fucking job again, are we?
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You listen. Wolfie should be wanting us to win because he loves it. He loves that he saved his job last season. You should be cheering West Ham. You should be getting the West Ham shirt on, putting your crossed hammers up. Going, come on, West Ham, save his job.
But then I can throw that back to you, Dan. I could say you should be wanting us to win if you want him out.
No, listen, I've got to the point where he's not going to be the manager next season unless he does something spectacular. So I'm not even, again, I can't even say I'm Moyes out right now. I'm, like I said, I'm just Moyes exists.
You're agnostic. So, you're agnostic to him.
Yeah, exactly. Moyes is there for now. It is what it is. That's where I'm at. So I'm not like, please, Forest, get him out. Like, again, I just, I was just saying someone else, if we lose this game, Moyes won't get sacked off this game. It will be then if we lose to Burnley, he'll get sacked, and then we'll beat Burnley, and then it will be like, okay, then it resets, and then we go back. Oh, we've lost a few. Then if he loses that game, so it's this game's not even going to get him sacked.
We've been there, mate. We've been there. We got
the same shit going on as well, our end, yeah. Because look, boys, can we both agree on this? There is a chance because both teams are so counter-attacking and so anti-possession that each team stays in its own half and the ball ends up on the center circle and it finishes 0-0 without anyone touching the ball. That could happen. That could realistically happen.
The thing is, we have scored in most games except the Everton game. Nearly every game we've scored goals in. We've got goals in this team. But we've also got, we've not got clean sheets. That's the problem. This is why I think we win, but we're going to concede. Because the attacking option, Bowen is literally on fire. He's the first player to score in 6 away games in a row from the start of the season. I think it was.
Yeah, you're at home, mate. You kept telling us you're at home.
No, I know, but I'm saying that's it's not that he only scores away from home. He also scores at home. But I'm saying that just shows you the form he's on is sharp. And Kudus also. We didn't have Paqueta or Alvarez or Zuma for the Brentford game. I don't know about Zuma.
Yeah, it was in the bookies, wasn't he?
Listen, allegations. I'll direct
with
this video
Toffolo, by the way. With Toffolo.
Listen, I might direct this video to Paqueta's lawyer, but regardless,
allegedly,
he'll be back, and Alvarez will be back. So that is going to be a huge boost for us having those 2 players back. So because we weren't terrible against Brentford, we just, again, game management is ridiculous, and you complained about your game management. Our game management is terrible. Jace, nearly had an aneurysm watching that game.
But can you explain why Antonio got in the way of it? Was it Ben Rahma coming in at the far post? What was that, bro? What is that?
Listen, is that how you say his name, buddy? I don't know. Have you said something?
It's good, isn't it? Yeah. I bet you've never heard it before.
Should I say it again? Ben Rahma.
I had to work out who it was. Oh, Ben Rama.
What did you say? Ben Rama. Ben Rama.
Ben Rama, yeah.
Ben
Ben
Rama.
Rahma.
Benny.
We
We
can
call
sing
him
that.
Benny.
Oh, Saeed Ben Rahma.
Can
That's
you
good.
imagine,
That's you gotta go there.
can you imagine the commentator saying, and it's kudos over to Bowen, and it's the in the middle.
Jace would never be able to say that. He would struggle.
You can't even say it normally.
No, he just says Benny. He just says Benny.
Sure.
So
I quite
I
like him,
can't remember where
actually.
that come
I
up.
like
That
Ben
threw me
Rama.
off completely.
What's his first name?
Saeed.
No, it's Saeed.
No,
There you go.
Jace calls him Zed. Jace calls him Zed.
Said Ben Rama.
Said Ben Rama, isn't it?
Oh, can I ask you guys a quick question? Your
Yeah.
thoughts on Steve Coppell? What's going on
The
with him?
Crystal
Are
Palace
you happy with him?
ex-manager.
Do you want him out? Do you want him in?
The ex-Crystal Palace
Oh,
manager
Steve.
we're talking.
I wonder. I
Oh, not
honestly
Steve, but
wonder
what's
who
his
he was
name?
on about then.
Cooper,
What's his
innit?
name?
Steve Cooper, innit?
Steve
Your
Cooper.
next manager, mate. Your next manager. Mark my
Could be.
words.
What's
Could
his
be.
name again? Your
Steve
manager?
Cooper. Steve Cooper. You want
Yeah.
my stance on him? I was Cooper out last year. He kept us up. I reset the button. I'm with Jace. Not Jace, sorry, with Dan. I'm agnostic on him. If he turns Forest around and we win every game, I'm his number one fan. If he plays crap, then he can go. That's my stance on him. It's that simple.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you've been on his case since last season, to be fair. So,
Yeah. But damn
You know what
right,
I mean?
I'm
Are you Cooper out?
Nah, I'm Cooper agnostic this season.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
and
last
I
season
would go along with that because at the end of the day, you want your club to succeed, don't you? A bit like you and Moyes. You're not mad. Let's be honest. You're not mad keen on him as a manager. But if he's winning your cups and stuff, you go, okay, we'll go along with that then. And we're pretty much the same. We just want our club to be successful. And if Cooper does it, brilliant. If he
But
doesn't,
it's
we'll call it
different,
out.
isn't it? It's different. Like I would say, like
Where do
75
you want to
to
finish
90.
this season? Where do you want to finish this season?
12 to 14th.
Well, if
Yeah.
West Ham are going to get Europe and we finish ahead of West Ham, then Europe, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
you didn't
easy.
finish above us last season, though. Let's be honest. So that's
That was
really
a warm-up season, man. What are you talking about? You're 1
come on,
point
come
ahead
on,
of us.
man.
You are one
what
point
you-
ahead of us right now. We've done the 5 hardest away games. Yeah. You've been telling us you've been playing amazing. You've got goals in you, yet you got 1 point on us. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Well, we've played Man City. We've played Liverpool.
Was
You know
it
what I
away?
mean? We've played
Was it
Brighton.
away?
We played Liverpool
it
in Anfield. Yeah,
Did you win that?
It's horrible, isn't it?
that's what I'm saying.
It's
We've
horrible,
had these
isn't it?
hard.
What are you going on about?
We've played.
All
No,
right,
but we've
okay.
played the tough teams. What I'm saying is, we've had the tough fixtures as well. So you don't
Yeah,
sit here.
Brentford- Brentford
Only
away.
Forest have played hard teams. It's only Forest. We've had the hard teams. Everyone's had the
No,
easy teams.
we've
Not
had the
Forest.
harder fixtures than you, and you said you've been scoring goals, playing well, all this BS, and you're 1 point ahead of us. 1 point. We've actually played more away games than we have at home. So don't get too ahead of your station, matey. Yeah, don't get too ahead of your station because
Well,
you know
we're ahead
what?
of you
You
for
know
most
what?
of last season as well.
You know what? Nobody's going to like this. I'll probably get stick in the fucking chat as well for it. But at the end of the day, if we're honest, Forest and West Ham are kind of similar. You know what I mean? And we both
No.
want. No, no, we're.
Oh,
It's
you got
the
some little
fuckers.
stars there.
It's the Liverpools and the Arsenals and the Tottenhams and the Chelseas and them lot. They're the fuckers. We're just kind of trying to get along a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we know that.
Well, I mean, we're a
Jace
much
knows
bigger club,
that.
obviously.
He doesn't
Obviously,
know
we're a
that.
much more massive club. I mean, that goes
Wait,
without
how
He
saying.
doesn't know that.
What do you mean? Listen. What do you mean, Jace? Why does it feel like you're, by the way, getting further off the frame? Like, what's going on
He's
here?
sneaking off.
Every time I look, you're like coming
Oh,
right
it's
up.
the armrest is there. That's why.
But listen, I came on this chill. Listen, I didn't come on with hostility, so you can't blame me. I was greeted with hostility, so I was greeted with Tim Pot trophy. So don't blame me. Like, we just want to get along and all be friends, and you don't know that. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So that does. So if I have to defend my club, I will.
Yeah, have you seen that? I've seen the chat. What the fuck, Ant? No, Ant, no. Ant,
Yeah, right.
Stop.
3 on
You,
1.
Ant.
Exactly.
Told you they
I
wouldn't
think,
like
we
it.
should, I think we should do a bet. If we above you, you buy us that lamp, and then if you're above us, We'll buy you that lamp.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, it's 127 quid. Oh wait, it's been reduced.
Quid.
Wait, it got reduced after West Ham won it. I'm just reading now. After West Ham won, it got reduced to 95 quid.
Listen, I'd rather have the money. Give me the money.
Nah, that's a trophy, mate. You ain't seen one of those.
Listen, we've seen more trophies. We've seen more trophies in my lifetime than you. That's what I'm going to say.
And he's saying he's seen more trophies in his lifetime than you have.
No, you haven't, mate. I'm a lot. Dan. I'm a lot older than you, mate. I'm
talking about my lifetime. Wait, we're talking about my lifetime.
I'm alive, you know. 2 European Cups, 4 League Cups, a League Championship. They're the major ones. I'm not going to count all the millions of smaller ones we won. Honestly, we were good.
In the olden times, in the before.
Mate, we were good on a level that you cannot even imagine. We went 42 league games unbeaten. We were on a level you cannot imagine.
We remember it, let alone imagine
the European Cup, right? 4 League Cups out of 6 finals. We had, other stuff as well, like I say, but let's stick to the main ones. Honestly,
is this during the war?
Listen, mate. When it talk about this, that, and the other, but when it comes to history, don't do it.
That's what it is.
Don't do it, mate. Mate, don't do it. Right.
Oh, cute. That's cute. You got a couple stars on there. Someone sewed in some stars.
Hang on. Yeah, we've got a couple of stars. You know why? You know why we got a couple of stars? Because we won the fucking European Cup. We don't sit at home winning a third-class fucking Conference League, singing Champions of Europe. We know what we are.
Jace,
you forced me into this.
Right, Jace, by the way, do you remember in primary school when you'd be really good
over now,
and you'd be the best student of the day? You'd be really well behaved, and the teacher would give you a little star and put a little star on your jump. Remember that? And you'd be really proud on your star in primary school. And you'd do that. You'd go, "Oh look, I've got a star."
Jace,
look what I got.
Dan, Champions of Europe. You'll never sing that.
We sing that every week,
mate. We are.
How can you sing that? Let me ask you the same question I asked Jace before you got on, right? Do you see yourselves as champions of Europe?
I see ourselves as one of a champion of Europe. So we're not necessarily the champions of Europe, but we're a champion of Europe. One of.
Who are the champions of England currently?
Between the current, obviously it's Man City, the current champions of England.
Okay, Plymouth not.
Well, no, because then we look at it this way: not everyone can enter that, can it? That's not open to everyone. Can qualify for League 2 or League 1 or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, anyone can get into Europe, and this is a competition, by the way. You can only get into if you're in the highest league in your country. You have to be in the Premier League, by the way. So Plymouth can't get in.
No, I'm talking about champions of England.
Go on,
Are Plymouth champions of England?
They are.
Well, they are. Yeah, you can say that. No, because you know what? The thing is, they're champions of their league. They're champions of their league. So that's not a country title. You're the champion of the 92 divisions in this one, right? So that is the football pyramid.
Plymouth are the champions of the 3rd-tier league in England. You are the champions of the 3rd-tier league in Europe. Why can't Plymouth call themselves champions of England if you're going to call yourselves champions or a champion?
Because it's all part of the pyramid. It's all connected. So Man City are on top of their champions of them. These are separate competitions.
It's all so we are absolute shit. You chat absolute shit.
We are a champion. We are a champion.
Absolute shit.
You know what's kind of sad.
And you'll never sing that again. You'll never sing that again.
You know what's kind of sad?
You won't get another one.
Is that we've won the league champions of England, and West Ham will never have done and never will win that title. We've done it. We've got it. You can't take it away from us.
No, listen, we do the old-fashioned way.
I was there, mate. I'm old.
We won conference. We're going to win Europa League. Then the Champions League next. That's how it goes, mate.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Let's wrap up because I want to see Man U lose here, right? Give us your score predictions, right? Jace, you showed a lot of chest on mute on Monday. Are you still sticking to your score? I don't know, Antonio in or out. I don't know what your philosophy is.
I'm confident. West Ham We'll win. It's November. It's a new month. You know, past is the past. 2-0. I'm saying 2-0.
All right, let's
Clean
do a cross
sheet.
thread here.
We're going to get a clean sheet in this one. We're going to get a clean sheet.
All right, and what are you saying?
Right.
Bear in mind, Mope
I think
scored.
it's going to be a tough game. Obviously, I mean, like I say, both teams are on a similar level at the moment as regarding league position, etc., and the start to the season. Obviously, because there's only a point between us, so it's not going to be easy. Our away form, of course, is a concern, but after our performance against Aston Villa, it gave me a lot of belief, and I believe we can win. I'm kind of going for a 2-1 to Forest. Let's go that 2-1 to Forest.
2-1 Forest. Okay, all right. Lawless.
We're not keeping that clean sheet, Jace. I don't believe it. I need to see evidence. I have no faith. I need to see evidence that we are capable of that. However, our attack, I think, will be too much for him. We'll blow him away and we'll win this 3-1. That's what I'm saying.
I do agree. Danny Ings and Antonio are really scary, mate.
oh, right. Don't forget, Jace, it's only strikers that score goals. Let's believe that. It's only strikers that score goals. No one else can score.
No, I was just saying, your strikers scare me, mate. That's all I'm saying.
Owen's one of the top scorers in the league, but, you know, we're focused on Antonio.
Yeah, he better go back to Hull. He was better at Hull. I'm gonna say, look, just because we're here, I'm gonna say we're gonna win. But realistically, I think it's gonna be a bore fest, 0-0. You won't get past our defense, and we won't score. It'll be 0-0.
I can see that.
That would be,
to be honest,
a surprise for me because again, we score, but we don't keep clean sheets. So that will be a new one for the season.
There you go.
I think
something different.
I think it could possibly be 0-0, possibly, but you know, we all know that you can score.
You'll be happier with that than us. Let's be honest, though. You'll be happier with that. You'll be celebrating that than us. Yeah, I think so.
No.
Yeah.
Personally, I think a draw would be fine. I think a draw away from home is fine in any situation. You know, a draw
not against
away.
West Ham. Not against West. Not in that toilet bowl, man. Come on. I mean,
do you know?
Do they give you binoculars on the seats while you're there? Seriously, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
I think you need to do something for the Beat the Drop show on Monday between you and Jace for someone neme's to be on the line.
Jace is already lying. He already had to pay
for it. Let's do 5 shots. 5 shots.
5 shots. Yeah, and then you can sing Bubbles and Jace can sing bloody
Well of Kintyre.
Oh, is that what it is? I thought it'd be like something like Robin Hood or something like that. Robin Hood.
All right, is that a deal then?
Are you up for that, Jace? You sing Well of Kintyre. Another tree.
I'm up for that, mate. I'm up for that.
Jace, you know the words.
I'll get the words out. I don't need to practice. I don't need to practice because we're going to win.
Jace, I'll tell you what, I'll sing bubbles and I'll even have a bubble machine on the go. How's that? Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, get Rich. Call Rich up to get those bubble machines.
Rich will have it ready, no doubt. Cool. All right, Dan, I know you got to go and talk sport now, haven't you?
Yeah.
What time you going on? When can we listen to you chat some more shit on there?
Well, it's a pre-record, so it'll probably go up after midnight.
After midnight, all right.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? The Olympiacos game?
Yeah, Olympiacos game, and some of West Ham's season and all of that sort of stuff. And then did we talk about the Forest? I think we're going to mention the Forest game when the
I don't think you will.
Dan, do you know any of the Olympiacos players? If you don't know any Forest players, do you know any Olympiacos players?
This is a quiz.
Tell them Scarpa's going to be the best player.
They've got the former Wolves player. What's his bloody name? The defender.
Podence.
Yeah, they've got Podence. Yeah,
Podence, the winger. Yeah, so they've got.
Trust me, worry about Scarpa more, the Brazilian sensation who's on loan to them from Forest. He'll score tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Mark my words. Mark my words.
We bought a left back. Dan, we bought a left back from Bayern Munich, Omar Richards. He's been injured, not played a single game for us all last season. Not a single game injured when we bought him. sent him over to Olympiacos, and he's injured again. So you won't have to face Omar Richards.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, you got Carvalho to worry about as well.
That's not William Carvalho, is it?
Nah. This was our ex. How much did we pay? About 13 mil, something like that, back in the day. For
oh yeah. By the way, you heard about this new law now where you can't be loaning players
paid 30 million for him. We paid 30 million for him when like 2 million was the average sort of. You know what? It's a long time ago. 13 million.
Oh, he was utter shite, but he'll be playing tomorrow. What did you say, Jace?
There's a new law coming out where two
loans.
You won't be allowed to be loaning each other team players and stuff like that.
Wait a minute. So you're saying you can't, if you loan a club your player, you can't loan one of their players?
No.
You can't loan each other.
Yeah, if you own another club, so Marinakis owns Olympiacos and Monza, so we can't loan to those two. Basically, freaking. I don't know.
I'm glad to be honest, because we keep buying these players and shipping them out to Olympiacos. And I think, this is a financial thing. This isn't it. This is not football thing. This is a financial.
We know where your owner's priorities lie. Old Pavarotti seems to be more interested in Olympiacos, doesn't he? Than
Dan, have you seen how much he spent on us compared with how much he spent on them?
Yeah, but the problem is you have to, just to stay in the bloody league, you have to spend that money in this
Premier League's where the money's at, mate. That's where his interest is.
Well, we will see from Sunday, mate.
Sunday, 2 p.m. at the Toilet Bowl Stadium. Go make sure you subscribe to West Ham Fan TV as well. The link is pinned in the title. Boys, it's been a pleasure as always. Anything going on with you guys? You got the watch along tomorrow? Where are you going?
Yeah. Watch along will be on tomorrow, and then I think Jace will be doing watch along for the Forest game.
No, unfortunately, I'm working. So.
Oh well, there you go. No watch along. Jace is he's missing quite a few lately. He's
I'll be back. I'll be back soon.
Not proper West Ham.
It's not proper.
Well, we'll be doing the watch along, so send your lot our way, and we'll laugh at them once we beat you, mate. But
well, listen, that's it. We'll do it. We'll pick up 3 points Sunday, and then we'll see you back at the shitty ground for another one.
Oh, shots fired.
We will as we can.
As always, boys, it's been a pleasure as always. I've been looking forward to this one all week. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and go subscribe to West Ham Fan TV. I keep wanting to say Forest Fan TV. And let's go and see Man U losing this. Well, if you can be asked. Thanks for watching. Come on, you Reds.